What's going on, folks? Is a couple of the big heavyweights from Mafia past about ready to collide, bump heads. What am I talking about? You have to come back and find out. What's going on, folks? JJ here. Got another Sammy the Bull video. This ain't a review, it's a discussion. And I think I'm gonna start doing my videos on Sammy. It'll be a review and discussions. But before I get into all that, if you're new to the channel, if you've been here before and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please take a moment of your time. Excuse me while I adjust my hair. Take a moment of your time, go down and hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. Because when I drop a video, you may or may not get notified by YouTube. Such a wonderful thing, right? So what am I talking about? Here we go. Sammy Bull Gravano has done 2 lives. Q and A's. You know, you throw in a super chat or something. He may answer your question, you may not. And he may answer your question out of all the questions popping up, or they may be predetermined on what's going to be asked. I don't know. Don't really care how he does it. It's just enjoyable to watch. Okay. I will say that. So even though you say I'm Sammy Sim, okay. But in this live, he was asked a question about Mikey scars. Here is the clip. And we're going to come back and talk about this one. Here we go.
Sadon2324 is asking, Sammy, will you respond to Mikey's scars about the Ravenite tapes? He's trying to make it seem like it's your fault. I don't like his vibe. It seems like he's a gaudy cheerleader.
Well, you know, I don't answer it. I know him. I don't answer it. I've been asked this a number of times. What I will say is that, you know, a lot of guys, they want to goat me into talking to them, even if it's an argument, so that they can get views. It's a real cheap, scummy way to get views. If you can't get views, don't get views, whatever. But he'll say things like that, and he says he has tapes. He don't have tapes. He has some tapes, but there's some tapes that were never released. So he doesn't know the story. He's talking through his ass, and he don't know the story. Now, I don't want to, you know, I know him, and I know him for years. He's a hang-arounder. John didn't like him. John, you know, every time you'll see a picture of him, he's always like looking over somebody's shoulder behind John or me or somebody else. And when they were going to make him, they asked me. He was going to do a piece of work with me. It never happened. And I had said, you know, he deserves it. Now, he talks about me a little bit. So I will say this. His brother was killed by the mob for what he did. And everybody, all made guys, were told not to go to the funeral. It was a disrespect thing. And they didn't go. I was made. I went. One. And he said, you're not supposed to be. I said, I know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. But I don't, when somebody loses somebody, I don't want to disrespect you or the dead. And I can't. He knows that. He knows that I didn't testify against him. I could have put him away for life. He knows that didn't happen either. And he wants to talk about me. So he can go on and suck John Gotti's dick all he'd like if that gets him off. But talking about me shows you the character of the person. And I haven't answered, I haven't said this yet. This is the first time I'm talking about him or saying it. And, you know, I would say to him, he's much younger than me. Don't talk about me when this is the history of me and you. And if you want to talk to me or if you want to say something, come down to Arizona. Talk to me face to face. We have history. You don't need to be in some fucking bullshit place. Come and talk to me. Say what you want to say to me, straight up to my face. You're not afraid of me. You're a lot younger than me. Come down. But that's all I'll say about him and his bullshit shows and whatever he's doing and saying and whatever. And John wouldn't give him the right time of day. And John Jr. made him a captain, not John Gotti, Senior. John Jr., because he was up John Jr.'s ass. So that's him. You know what? He sat with my family one time in Florida. And he told my family, my grandchildren and everybody, he said, you know, Sammy, when he wanted something, he would kill you and take it. Now, Mike, you know that's not true. I never did that in my life. And to sit down with my grandchildren was about as... I wish I was there that day when you said that.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of person he is. So anyway.
Wow. Sammy didn't hold back on Mikey Scars. Look, I've seen some of Mikey Scars' videos. I personally don't have nothing against it. Whatever the beef is between them two, that's personal. They're allowed to have it. Okay? But if that is true, what Mikey Scars went down and said in front of Sammy's family and in front of his grandkids, that was a rat move. I said it. That was a rat move. That was not kosher. It was not good. And I can't blame Sammy for being pissed off like that. All right. What would you do, Mikey, if you did do all that? Okay. Because I heard the other side yet. And once I hear two sides, I can make up a decision which way I'm going to go with it. But just say, for instance, you did do that. What if somebody did that with you and, you know, your wife, your kids, your grandson, kids are sitting at a table having dinner. Sammy shows up and says, listen, here's what your father did. Grandfather. He killed people and took over their businesses. How would you like that? The life was supposed to stay in the life. Even though everybody ratted, and like he said, he could have took you out at the same time and didn't. If you did that, that was a rat move. That was a punk move. I'm sorry. I call it like it is. Like I said, I have nothing against you. I'm just saying, if you did do that, notice I said, if you did that, that was not good. That was not kosher. If you did, I can't blame Sammy for being pissed off. You know, I know you like John Gotti. I know you like John Jr., okay? That's fine. You're in the John the Gotti camp. That's great. More power to you. Just because I like Sammy doesn't mean I hate the Gottis. I thought John, and personally, you going over his history, I thought he did some great things. I thought he was a stand-up guy. He took his sentence like a man. But is there going to be a war between these two folks? I mean, really? And I know some people say, well, yeah, his family deserved to hear all that. Oh, yeah, this was, you know, let's involve his family. No, leave families out of it. Your beef, if that's how you felt about Sammy, and, you know, you did what you did, that That was a not good move. That was, and you notice I'm trying to be nice. I want to say what I want to say, but I don't want to come off as rude, crude, and obnoxious. But I'm sorry, that was a rat move. It wasn't kosher. It was a bitch move if you did it. But folks, this could be interesting if you follow mafia related content, mob genre, mob tube. It's a part of mob tube. It's just a different sector of mob tube. Them guys, the other guys, you know, we push back and we punch back. That's another sector, another section, another faction or factions of the mob tube genre. Anyway, I hope it doesn't get too messy. I actually hope that these two can, behind the scenes, settle their differences. Even if they can't come to agreement, if they can't say something nice about each other, they don't say nothing about each other at all. That would be great. Do I see it happening? I don't know, man. These two guys are headstrong, but it's going to get interesting. Anyway, I'm fixing to head the hell on out. I hope everybody's had a blessed day. Remember, folks, when it comes to doing the right thing, helping others out, making this world a better place, try it. It works. I'm out.